Are you fed up with getting those PMS symptoms which are causing you to crave sugar, stodgy food and making you feel bleh at that time of the month? My name's Claire, also known as the Naked Warrior. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to talk you through what foods are best to eat at what times of the month to help manage those energy levels that can sometimes be a roller coaster. And I'll tell you what foods you should be eating, why you should be eating them, and what foods you should be avoiding as well. So let's face it, riding that roller coaster of uncomfortableness throughout certain times of the month really isn't pleasant. Sometimes we can wake up and we feel amazing, and other days we wake up we feel bloated, we feel sluggish, might even be constipated and feeling a little bit heavy. And then we have those overwhelming cravings where we just want to eat everything. It's either chocolate or sugar or high fatty foods. So let's really dive into each phase of your cycle and work out what's the best foods to eat to help manage those symptoms and why. We start off with the first phase, phase 1, and this is your menstruation phase. So this is typically from the day that you start your period, first day of bleeding, and this can last from 1, 5, 7 days. In this period of time, pardon the pun, you're going to need to focus on iron-rich foods. Obviously, without sounding yucky, we have a little bit of blood loss, so we want to make sure that we're replacing that by keeping our energy levels up by having iron-rich sources of food. Iron is responsible for helping transport the hemoglobin around our blood, and this is what helps to make us feel less fatigued. So if you want to supersize and supercharge your energy levels, iron-rich foods for you would include eating foods such as powerhouse, the spinach. Have as much of that as you like. Add it to salads, put it in a scrambled egg for your breakfast, or put it in any of your salads or wraps. Red meat is another really good source of food to eat to increase your iron levels. So try to keep it lean sources like lean steak, lean beef mince, have yourself a nice bolognese, and that's going to help make sure that you're boosting your iron levels naturally as well. Think about other iron-rich foods, your legumes, your beans, your pulses, and look to combine those with spinach and also sources of vitamin C such as orange juice or things like that, citrus fruits, because that really helps to combine all those essential nutrients to boost your iron power. Other foods that you should think about having in this phase are ones which are anti-inflammatory. So if you are cooking, think about adding herbs and spices such as ginger and turmeric to your meals. Make yourself a nice little chicken and chickpea curry. That would be really good. Add some spinach to that. Have ginger, put it in a hot cup of tea. That's going to be really good for not only being anti-inflammatory, but it helps to ease those feelings of sickness too. Lastly, you want to make sure that you're hydrating yourself a lot in this phase. So make sure you drink lots of water, at least this much water a day. And think about having foods that are going to hydrate you. So hydrating foods such as cucumber or fruits like watermelon, really watery salad type foods are going to help to hydrate you in this phase. And also if you are feeling that you're suffering from headaches and things like that, try and cut out the coffee. We all do love a cup of coffee, so try and mix it up so you're not relying too much on caffeinated drinks in this time. So phase 1, your menstrual phase, days 1 to 5 or 7, it's going to be making sure it's iron-rich foods, hydrating rich foods, and also those anti-inflammatory ones. So add in those herbs that are going to help you that we spoke about. Welcome to phase 2. This is your follicular phase. So this is where your estrogen levels are going to be peaking. It's when what's occurring in your body is you're having different hormones released to help stimulate your follicles to release eggs. So there's a whole lot of hormonal things that are going on for you right now. What it also means for you from a physical perspective is your energy levels are high. You're feeling strong and you're feeling energized. So now's the time to support that by eating foods that are going to naturally help give you energy. So foods such as your complex carbohydrates will be doing this. Think about foods such as oats, whole grain products, like your breads, pastas. We have whole grain rice. It's really good to have it in a salad for your lunch, have it for your dinner. Think about having some whole grain or natural white pasta as well. And then also we can have some potatoes too. These are really good sources of good clean carbohydrates which give you that energy to support this energetic phase you're going through. Don't forget to combine it with good sources of protein, like eggs are great, they're powerhouses for you. So think eggs, lean sources of poultry such as chicken, turkey, and if you want to supplement, you can supplement with protein powder, and then also look to do different food combining as well. Other foods to eat in this phase, things like your cruciferous vegetables, so think like broccoli and kale. These are really good vegetables that are going to help to metabolize the estrogen that's in your body and help to make you feel more energized and also more balanced, so you don't feel like your hormones are too out of whack at this phase. The other nutrient you should be focusing on here is your healthy fats. So this is going to help with inflammation and be less inflammatory in your body. So think about, foods such as avocado. Avocados are great. You've got monounsaturated fats in here, great for your skin, and also good fats to help regulate your hormone function as well. So avocados, think about nuts as well, walnuts, almonds, great sources of different minerals and nutrients in there. And you can also have some sunflower seeds. So you'd start to add these types of foods into, or ingredients into your meals, maybe sprinkling over some seeds on your porridge, having a handful of nuts with an apple as a midday snack. In the evening, you're looking to have like chicken with some quinoa salad, and you can add in one of these little salad topper bags. Having eggs and avocado on sourdough. These are all great meal choices to make when you're going through this phase of your cycle. Phase 3 is your ovulation phase. So this is where your estrogen levels are at their highest. This is where the egg has been released and you're going to be moving through the middle part of your cycle now. So this phase is probably any day from like day 14 onwards. At this time, we want to really think about boosting our antioxidant intake. So if you think about eating lots and lots of berries, these are going to be rich in antioxidants that are going to help with that cellular repair process and really help to support you through this phase of your cycle. You can have blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, you can eat them raw like this, fresh. Or, why not get frozen ones, chuck them in a smoothie. Cherries are really good as well to have at this phase. They're natural painkillers as well, so if you're starting to get any discomfort, then definitely opt for cherries as well. During this phase, you might start to feel a little bit bloated, so trying to think about increasing your fibre intake so you don't start to feel sluggish, constipated and bloated. Foods such as apples, really good sources of fibre. Like I said, have an apple as a snack as this phase. Think about, adding in some flax seeds to your porridge in the morning. And then also make sure that you're having lots of hydration again, drinking lots of water so we're not feeling sluggish or stuck. Other foods that you might start to enjoy at this time, good old dark chocolate. Again, antioxidants, also a good source of magnesium, which helps to support your energy levels, and also like muscle cramping and things like that. So it's from now until you actually start your period that's why you get your chocolate cravings coming in. Phase 4, it's the luteal phase. This is where you're going to really start to notice that you're going to need to pump up your... Start again. No, that's fine. I'm going to start again. Okay. Right. Phase 4, it's your luteal phase. This is where you're going to really start to focus on pumping up your magnesium intake to help manage those muscle cramps. So, bananas, make sure you've got these on standby. Like I said before, great source of magnesium, potassium, help with energy, also give you a little bit of fibre as well. So really, really good source for food for you at this phase. We spoke about it before. Chocolate's still hanging around right now. Really good, magnesium rich. It's going to help support your cravings and reduce them because you're satisfying them with a little bit of dark chocolate, and also the magnesium in there is going to help, and cacao is also a great source of that too. Other foods you need to think about in this phase as your energy levels dip is making sure that you are nourishing yourself with energy-rich foods, and again revisit those complex carbohydrates. So it's your whole grains again, potato, sweet potato, quinoa, whole grain rice, and all those legumes and pulses that you can mix together. They give you fibre, they give you energy, and they give you that warm, hearty feeling. Sometimes feel like they give you a hug, which probably might need at this phase when we can also be a little bit emotional too. Remember again to focus on your hydration at this phase so we're not feeling sluggish, we're not feeling constipated, and it's also making sure we're not starting to get any brain fog, headaches and things like that. Other anti-inflammatory foods you want to think about eating at this time would be your good sources of omega-3s. So think about your fish sources of food here. You know, salmon is a great food choice. Again, think your flaxseed. Think about, you know, sardines, trout, all of those types of oily fish, as well as those seeds, and also walnuts are a great food to eat now. And that's going to help to support your body to reduce those feelings of inflammation in your body as you go through this time. So there you have it. Next time it's your time of the month, maybe you might be able to manage those uncomfortable symptoms more easily by implementing those strategies with your eating habits that we just spoke about. So key tips for you to take away would be hydration, making sure you're eating nutrient-dense foods at the right time of the month to support those PMS symptoms. Also listen to your cravings. There's a reason why your body is craving certain foods. So listen to it and have a little bit of what you fancy, because remember, it does do you good. If it helps for you as well, you know, if you find that you're time poor and you're busy, think about planning ahead, getting some meal prep in, so you're not having to reach for those poor food choices that aren't going to support you at this time when you're really tired and all you want to do is curl up, you know, with a hot water bottle on the sofa, something like that. Hope you found this video useful. If you have, please do consider liking it, and do consider subscribing as well. In the description to this video, you'll find a link to a previous educational section that I made about how to train around your cycle, what exercises to do, how hard to push, and how that really complements in with this video as well. So, hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you for watching right to the end, and until next time, I'm gonna go eat some chocolate.